Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. And they want the T on me, I swear these bitches nosy.
Howdy. That's gonna be my new intro. I'm sorry I'm late. All right, so let's get into some things. I'm gonna share my screen because we're gonna watch this together. What's going on, Percy? They said the NAACP issues travel advisory for Florida. So let's listen to
Feeding
it.
your dog nutritious
This is
whole
fair
health
use.
with fish oil, lean proteins, and whole grains helps support their mind, body, and energy.
Outside.
By giving them everything they need.
That's me.
Well,
All right, did we
almost
need this
aboard.
whole commercial?
The NAACP is issuing a travel advisory for the state of Florida. The civil rights organization said in a statement that Florida is openly hostile to African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ plus individuals, and said the decision comes in response to Ron DeSantis' attempts to erase Black history. They also listed specific pieces of legislation they feel violate civil rights, adding DeSantis' actions are, quote, in direct conflict with the democratic ideals that our union was founded upon. While it's unusual for an organization other than the State Department to issue a travel advisory, the NAACP's move is not unheard of. Back in 2017, it issued a travel advisory for Missouri after a controversial bill was passed there.
Hold on. That was it? Okay. Peace, everyone in the chat. Percy, Crystal, Author Empress, AS. Mr. Opinion. You said you're from Florida and you don't get it. What don't you get? I'm gonna drop the invite link. It's okay if you don't want to click it, but can you explain what don't you get about it? I would love to know from the people that live there. What's going on, Donesia? What is the tea? Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. C Sam, what's going on? Miss Jobs. So what about the people that live there? Is it up for them? Is that what they saying? Mr. Opinion. Am I saying your name wrong? Opinion. I'm sorry, I can't see. My eyes is bothering me, y'all. So anyway, that's a little scary to say though. But they had said that about LA at one time. They said it about LA. They was like, come here on your own cognition, on your own. You're on your own. If some shit goes down, we can't help you because it's already a lot of crime. That's basically what they're saying. Reputex, no time no see. Wait, is that how is it? Long time no see. Florida. Y'all want me to find another video for y'all? All right. Hold on. Fair use. Fair use. Let me share the screen. We're going to get it from a different source now. We had watched MSNBC. Now let's watch CBS. No, that's too short. Hold on.
This weekend, the NAACP issued a travel advisory for Florida to protest recent laws signed by Governor Ron DeSantis. The civil rights group claims Florida has engaged in an all-out attack on Black Americans and members of the LGBTQ plus community. The governor's spokesperson dismissed the advisory as a stunt.
Child. He dismissed the advisory, child. I ain't hear that part. We watching this together. I put Florida on the no-fly zone after Trayvon Martin was killed and George Zimmerman walked away scot-free. Fuck the NWC. But hold on. Isn't the NWAC, look, I'm saying it all wrong. The NAACP supposed to be for colored people? No offense to the LGBT community, but wasn't they supposed to be about colored people issues? I'm lost. I'm a little lost. Yeah, reverse psychology. That's about right. They said people are flocking to Florida by the droves, honey. Where did I hear that at? I think Anthony Bryan Logan's channel. Oh, you been busy? Good for you. Happy to hear it. Oh, because Memorial Weekend. Okay. I forgot this weekend coming up is Memorial. It's propaganda. Hot Spot Casino. Hold on. I'm not gonna curse until we get past 15 minutes. CRT is taught in college only. This is only about LGBTQ books, lessons taught in the classroom. Wait, hold up, Percy, stop. Are you trying to say that the NAACP is fighting for this? Are they in agreement to LGBTQ things being taught in the classroom? Wait. So what is going to Florida gonna do? You live in Florida, they impose censorship on certain books and critical race theory. The news is responding to that. Sidra. Yeah. You said absolutely? No, so y'all saying y'all gotta spell it out. The NAACP is pushing for this to be taught in schools. Sidra, you just do yours. I mean, this hairstyle is a work in progress. Still working on it. I'm falling off. Wait. You said DeSantis is right in that regard? But how they mixing up? Okay, no offense to anybody in the LGBT community, but how are they mixing up that with Black issues? I'm lost. They keep us distracted from what's about to happen. That's crazy, and that is the Fed now. It's getting real out here in these streets. Let me tell y'all something. The young people, let me stop eating for a second. I don't want to be rude with this topic. I'm sliding off to the side and I'm going to come back to this topic. The young people really need guidance. I watched a story today on Instagram that I still didn't really dig that deep into, but I just skimmed the surface and wow. A young guy, he's an Instagram influencer. He got a nice little following on Instagram. He must have been making money somehow. And he lost money. And he offed himself. I'm thinking to myself, this social media and having to keep up with the Joneses is really affecting the youth and their morals and values. This is why they out here robbing people for shit. It's just, all right, I'm fucking up. I'm sorry, y'all, because I can't see. Come on, what did I do? Oh, that's horrible. Oh, hold on. What did I do? Child. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I lost the screen for a second. Mm-hmm. Yep. All other groups have hijacked our civil rights. Yep. Look at what's going on right now. It's crazy. They about to send the migrants to Atlanta. I was watching the Star Report last night. He was like, they approved some bill to send the migrants to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Atlanta, y'all about to have a whole slew of migrants there. It's some redirect bill. All right, I'm making up words, but that's the gist of it. What's up, Black Love 17? That's pretty much the gist. Yep, the system is about to collapse. Crazy. How do we prepare our children? You asking me? Somebody got to create jobs for them, because them having aspirations to be lit on social media and then not wanting to be here anymore if it doesn't work out, or if something doesn't work out, or you can't stunt the way you were stunting, because that's what the gentleman was saying. Not young Pharaoh, Martell McCoy. No, his name was hold on, Hot Boy Chucky. His name was Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. I saw it on Say Cheese TV. Let me see if I can find it. Sad story. And he has sons. I just don't understand. It's so much of this going on. It's so much of it. Hold on, y'all. Because my eyes are bad. It's somewhere in here. Damn, Say Cheese, they post a lot. All right, give me a second, y'all. This story is so sad. And I don't want to do a video on a upload on somebody taking a life, you know? Like focusing on that, because that's crazy. Where is it? You know what it is? I can't see, y'all. I can't see. Let me read your comments. His name was, what did I say his name was? Hot Boy Chucky. He was from Baltimore. Hold on. Is this him? No. Is this him? No. It was somewhere in here. I wonder if they took it down. They probably took it down. All right, I'm sorry. Let me see what y'all saying. That is probably what it is. I ain't gonna say it out loud. That might be what it is. Yep. Eat the Rum. You from BK? Wait, you said you heard 7 million is gonna help with that migrant influx. It's sad when Texas is right there in open space and they sending them to Georgia. Come on, y'all. I thought I did drop the link on there. Oh no, I ain't even send it through. Child. Yeah, it's getting crazy though. Everybody definitely can't come because some people it's just so many stories at this point. Imagine your bank account froze and you can't buy food or water. It's gonna be the Walking Dead. People gonna be breaking into stores, basically. Hello?
What's up?
What's going on?
Long time no see.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your? Oh my!
Mm-hmm. What happened? You froze? I don't know what happened. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I was trying to wipe the front of my screen off, and it cut me off. Now,
what you have
I
to
don't
say
know.
about this?
No, I was asking you. You were saying that Texas has a lot of space. They should basically house the migrants.
I didn't say Texas should necessarily house all of them, but there's other places in Texas. It's
I
huge.
don't think you understand what's going on down here and what's been has taken place for years.
I'm
We have
listening.
been overrun by not just got to understand these are not Mexicans that's coming through the border. You're getting an influx of Chinese nationalists. You're getting an influx of a lot of people, even South Africans. Somebody is bringing these people to the border. These people are not coming from South America. They're coming from all different places. Mexico is in on it too. I I tried to explain it to you a while ago that this basically is a game that they're playing with us. And one of the tools they use is racism, right? They keep us divided through race. Joe Biden now is intentionally and deliberately sabotaging this country on purpose to usher in this digital currency along with this one world government. If people can't see what's going on, I don't even at this point now, it's beyond talking right now. They're deliberately doing this. You can go back and pull up when he first got elected. He said it was 8 or 9 governors that he was going after. People have a problem with Greg Abbott, Ron DeSantis, and other governors, but I don't think people understand what's really going on. These people are rebelling against what this administration is doing. They're in cahoots with China in order to, because they're going on the same digital currency as China's doing. As a matter of fact, June next month, they'll be ushering in the first phase of this digital currency. People should be alarmed at what's going on, but we still stuck on white, black, this and that. These people are deliberately sabotaging us. It's not about a white or black thing. We all are affected by this. I've been to El Paso a few times in the past months, and you have to go there to see what's really going on. They don't tell you this stuff on the news. Ranchers are being slaughtered along with their families. These people are coming in killing people. They're not telling the real deal on these platforms. So what the governor did, well, that's why he instituted constitutional carry and different things, because of these people coming through the borders, raping and stealing and breaking in people's homes. You got to understand, the border, you have ranches and different things down there. So they doing a lot of killing, and also with the cartel is in on it, along with the federal government. They are in on it too. You got to look at it. Human trafficking. It makes sense to keep open borders, because with open borders, you have no restrictions. You can bring people to and fro. People have to look at that. So what they're doing to Texas is, since Texas is rebelling against the administration, they're trying to collapse us economic, meaning putting a lot of pressure on the state government with these illegals. You see what I'm saying? So that's why he sent them to to Chicago, New York, because remember, y'all policies states that y'all are sanctuary cities. So Greg Abbott say, since y'all want to house illegals, we're going to bust y'all the illegals. That's basically what he's done. It's not that he's doing it out of spite. This is what y'all policies state. Go look at your policies. There are a sanctuary city. Chicago is, LA is, and look at how these cities are ran. Connect the dots. Look who's running these states and cities, and look and connect the dots. They are deliberately doing this. In New York, they're flooding these people. You want to know why? Because they're going to get so much kickback from the federal government. These people not coming there just to be coming there. The government, that state government, is going to get billions of dollars from Washington, D.C. So it's a money grab. And also, these people now, they're coming to replace a lot of people. Let's be honest. They're replacing the ones who are, be honest with you. They're replacing, they're replacing them. And it's this administration that everybody wanted in, you know, because Trump was so racist, right? He was so racist and this and that. So they wanted him out. And this man, if they go look at his track record, you will see what he supports. And we can't blame nobody but ourselves. I've been saying this for the longest. Black people don't understand economics, world politics. We only go off of emotions of how we feel, and we think things supposed to be fair. That's another lie we've been taught. This stuff is rigged. It's a rigged system. It's not meant to be fair. Your dollar is your voice. That's why you see Chinese and Arabs. You don't see these people out here protesting about equal rights. You want to know why? Because they come in and they use they dollar. They hook up with they connect with each other. Now they don't all get along, but they understand the power of unity. So what they do is they come in locally, they go get places, they buy those places, they support the local government, because that's the most important piece, is your local government. See, we've been taught to vote on this federal wise. When it gets to federal, it's above your head, but local and state, you can control that. See, we've been taught ass backwards, and we still don't want to learn what's going on. We thinking because we're black and this and that. Not saying they don't play a part in it, but right now we're in a whole nother world. These tactics they're using, this black unite, that's an old 50, 60-year-old tactic. Is not going to work now. It's a whole new system of world that we're in now. You understand what I'm saying? So people have to wake up. I mean, it's about connecting with like-minded people. Color plays no part. They keep playing you with color. They playing you with color. That's in your the people you look up to and you admire. They know the game, but they're getting their pockets fat. They understand. You just imagine one thing. Just imagine this. If all of y'all in New York City came together tonight and said enough is enough, what do you think will happen?
It's gonna be
It
an
would change.
uprising.
No. It would change overnight. You want to know why? Because now y'all come together. They can't play you with these different politics. When I mean the race, it's classism. It's classism, not racism. Classism. You either have it or you not. You don't. And
That's
we have been taught ass backwards deliberately because we are the most misinformed, emotional groups of people. We don't understand. We don't take the time to research and study nothing. We only go for how we feel and what we think it should be. The world don't move like that.
That's true.
That's why we always in last place. And let's be honest, we are if we are the 10th richest spending people on the face of this planet. We have the money. We spend our money on the wrong stuff. See, we are the biggest consumers, but we always saying we are the have-not. Go to your local hood in any place in America. Everybody has on name brand, driving name brand, but we live in rundown places. So we have the money. Why we keep saying we don't have the money? We don't understand politics. If you live in an area where this is how this works. If you live in a lower income area, don't matter the city or state. If you live in a lower income area where you don't pay little to no taxes, you don't contribute to nothing, you're going to be left out, minus the color, because you're not contributing anything. Now, you take that same and apply that to a middle to upscale area, and you will see the difference. Why? Because those people contribute. That's why they go to those places and get things done. And we on a lower income, we thinking it's supposed to be fair. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Your dollar is your voice. If you want something done in your community, you have to let your dollar, you buy your local politician, you go to your city councilman, you go to those people. Those are the ones that, and the mayor don't run anything. The local elect judge does. That's who has the power. See, we've been taught backwards. And that's why it coming. Black people uniting, that is not, we got to be realistic. That is not going to happen on a global scale. It has to be like-minded people, black or whatever, come together, because if people not seeing what's going on now, this stuff is falling. The economy about to fall. The food is going to dry. It's drying up. I travel all across America. I fly 3-4 times a week, right? And I'm in every pretty much city in different places. I can tell you from what I see, it's some shit going on, and it ain't good. It ain't good, and people need to be aware. But you know what's funny? The other people aware of this. It's us who don't want to be aware of these things. These people are actually preparing, right? These people, you got to get out of these cities. You got to get out of cities because cities are traps. Go to somewhere, like I said once before, get with people, get you a piece of land if you can, start investing in the land and go from there. You can't, this shit is collapsing. It's about to fall. It's falling. That's why they keep us distracted with all this other stuff, because they know this stuff is about to fall. It's already falling. You see what I'm saying? It's falling. That's why everything is sky high. The dollar is useless right now. It's useless, and with Russia and all these other, with the BRIC system, is about to kill our economy. And these people know this. They know this. Well, why they not telling you this? They keeping you focused on BS. That doesn't even matter. They know what they're doing. That's why they flooded America with immigrants. This shit is falling. It's a free for all. It's a free for all. We in the third world country in the making, and it's deliberately being done, not by coincidence. It's deliberately being done. When that man first got in office, he started signing bills for illegal immigrants. Why you think they cater to the LGBTQ crap? Why do you think they push this agenda? Why?
Wow.
Why they replacing? Because they're replacing the heterosexual man with a masculine woman and a feminized man. That's when you know that a country has fallen. When we are dealing with issues like this, we are done. America is done. I hate to say this. I love this place. It's not the land is great. It's the system that's the problem. This, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I hate to say that, but this place it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If people have any kind of sense or any spiritual sense, their creator will let them know or telling them to prepare. He's telling you to prepare. All this other stuff don't matter about this white and black, because I'm gonna tell you like this: some of the people that'll help you the most is the people that don't even look like you. It ain't about the color of your skin. That's how they keep the game going. You notice every time these people come, they come in with race baiting stuff. They never come talking about uniting. The white person that live next to you, work with you, these people have no power. They're in the same boat as you. They're in the same boat as you. They go to the grocery stores you go to. They shop where you shop. They live. These people have no power. So why keep focusing on a group of people that has no power to change your situation or even theirs? They don't even have the power to change their own situation. So why focus on that? Why these leaders keep talking about the same rhetoric, race baiting, blacks unite, holding conferences? That shit means nothing right now. It doesn't change nothing. What does it really change? Think about it.
Voting means nothing.
No, that's a lie. See, that's another lie. Voting means this is how, once again, blacks, we don't understand the political game. They want you to think this voting don't matter. Like I told you earlier, local voting counts because these people have the power to change your life instantly. Prime example through COVID. When COVID shut down, who were you seeing in press conferences saying the cities and stuff was shut down? Your local judges, right? These people had a power, so it does matter because a local elected official has the power, like a sheriff. These people had a power, so it does count on who you vote in office because their policies are going to affect you. They're going to affect you if you support a person. They'll say they're for equal. Well, let me say they're for. Let's say I'm just gonna say something just stupid. They're for horse empowerment, right? And you support that person. When that person get in office, that person start putting horses before your needs and every person's needs. Why would you get mad at that person when that person policies and he said that what he stood for? You see what I'm saying? This how this works. But we sitting up to, oh, your vote don't count. That's a bunch of BS. That's a lie. Because if it didn't count, they wouldn't rig things. They wouldn't rig system if it didn't count. Federal wise, it's rigged. It's rigged. Trump tried to tell people this. People not paying attention what's going on. How Joe Biden get 84 million votes when this man ain't have 17 people at a rally? How is that possible?
They stole it.
Exactly, they stole it. Bernie Sanders said before the election, he said, if you think I'm lying, go look for yourself. He said to the T about what's going to happen. He said Donald Trump is going to be leading, and then once the mail-in votes come in, then Biden was going to. How can you project this? How? It has to be rigged. It's rigged. No way it's possible. No way possible. This man had 84 million people voted for him. They wanted this man out of office, Trump, because once again, they can say what they want to say. People pay attention to the individual instead of paying attention to the mess. Trump been dropping gems for the past 6 to 7 years. People not paying attention because a lot of people don't study. See, I study. So when he says certain things in codes, I understand what he's saying. Because I study. I study world politics. When he's talking about the globalists and all these people, he's pointing to you who he's going after, who's the problem. But for some reason, Black people cannot understand this. We caught up in how we feel. Joe Biden is on records being if you want to say racist whatever. He's on record.
He's
Then he has
KKK, literally.
exactly right, my man. And then he get up on Charlamagne and said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black with. I mean, arrogant. He already know a lot of black people are misinformed and dumb. That's why he said that. He stated that. And what did they do? And you know it wasn't the black men. They say it was the black women and the white women, liberal women, who got him in office. It wasn't the black men. The black men didn't even really vote for him. It was the black women. Remember with Kamala Harris, with this Chucks and Pearl, they were with this fraternity stuff. So a lot of black women supported her because of this fraternity crap.
She don't even claim black.
Exactly. She's not black. She's not black. It is not even about the color. It's about how we fall for the BS every time.
Exactly.
Black people vote. We fall for the most stupidest stuff. I mean, shit. A person smoke weed and we go to vote for him with Bill Clinton. I mean, the shit we don't. It's sad.
He plays saxophone. He's a brother.
Right. I remember this. And it's like we get mad when stuff don't go our way. Like we don't even take the time to understand how this stuff works, because it's, once again, it's a game. In a game you in, you got to learn the rules. If you don't learn the rules, you're going to crap out and lose every time until you understand the game and learn the rules and play the game to win. That's what this stuff about. So we're talking about the illegals. They know this system is gone. It's collapsing. So they letting these people come in certain states. They're after Texas. You want to know why?
Texas and Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Because those are the two most rebellious states. As a matter of fact, Texas has passed the bill where they're kicking China out of Texas from even buying land. They can't even buy land here no more.
Yeah.
Then we created our own digital currency. See, Texas is setting themselves up to break away from the union. This is what they're doing. They're going to trying to become sovereign, a sovereign land. We're setting up our own. Exactly. We're setting up our own digital currency backed by gold and stuff. This is what these people working on. You know, because they understand what's going on. See, these people understand and what's going on. They trying to put some stuff in place before this stuff falls, because it's going to be a free for all. But see, black people don't look at that. They say these people are racist because they are of a particular party. They're not looking at what these people are trying to do. You see, yeah, Texas is full of cartels, but cartels don't run Texas.
Sure don't.
They don't run Texas, man. People get man, go ahead.
People don't realize this, but Governor Abbott is actually a doctor.
I know. They don't know that.
And
they don't know that.
Just recently, Texas passed a bill, through legislation that you can't force a child to, or should I say, you can't even let a child to try to change their gender,
right,
through chemicals or operation at all. They shut that down, which I'm happy about, because it's not right.
That's why I support them, because if you are a spiritual person, what I mean by spiritual, meaning that if you believe in a God and family, and the person believes in the same thing, why won't you support that? I don't support no gays. I don't support no child being chemically
molested,
changed. Yeah. I don't support that, and I never support that. To each his own, but I don't support that. So what he's doing is perfect. He's doing it, and that'll keep a lot of people who believes in it. Hopefully, it keeps them from coming here, because we don't want that stuff here.
Right.
We don't want it here.
And the thing is, these elite know that spirituality is a huge part of taking over a land or a nation. So the greater we can get you to fall morale-wise, the quicker we can usher in a new system and control. That's the whole purpose. Right. So when they get your mind and get your spirit to fall, that's when they got you.
Right. And we willingly do it, because through the programming, when they want something passed, who do they go get? They go get the people that look like you, that you admire, to push the agenda, the Dwayne Wades, the Gabrielle Unions, all these different people. They're using, and you know what's funny? They're using the 60s civil rights movement. Look at their speeches. Listen at their speeches. Listen at the LGBTQ speeches. It's annoying, but they're using the civil rights speeches. They just reworded it. That's it. They're using the same tactics on us,
and that's for depopulation reasons. It's
there you go.
It's It's frustrating that our people are specifically falling for that. Specifically
Right.
black folks. I just am disappointed in that. It's like, where do you
Right.
get off? I understand, yes, you might have been abused when you were a child, whatever. But to fall into this thing where you want to join that lifestyle and agree with it, that's where I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no
Yeah.
sense.
It you know what? It makes sense. And the reason why I say that because 2020 something was released on us. And I'm not just talking about COVID. It was something released on the masses, and it was something evil. Look at from 2020 on to now, everything is just weird. The times is weird. The feeling is weird. It's just something that's not right. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way, but something is not right. Me personally, just what I believe. I believe something uh, evil was spiritual was released on the people, released on us, and it wasn't good. And it was a deceptive spirit because the people are following. Everybody seem like they're following one another. We not standing for nothing. I mean, even morally, these people are going out of their way to not even teach the curriculum in school. They're teaching kids on gender fluids. They're going out of their way to talk about telling a 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old child about gender fluids and sexual orientation. People should be outraged.
Yeah.
We should. I don't matter the color. We should be outraged. This is something evil. This is evil what these people are doing. And I mean, different places are worse. California is worse. It's man, oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy what goes on in those kind of places. But we as people, we allowing this to happen. And we still focusing on a color. A white man, a white woman. Like, are you serious? Y'all know what's at stake?
You thought that was bad. Look at YouTube. All these manosphere channels and these feminist channels and people, men and women going against each other. It's annoying. Passport bros, the distractions. It makes no sense. And I get on these panels or whatever, talk about it, but it's not important. The important stuff is what's going on with the fact that you're going to be starved by Schwab and Bill Gates, and that these leaders might freeze your accounts. You won't be able to buy or sell. That's just what it is. And people think this is a game. But yet, you got to have that Birkin bag and Gucci and all this other material stuff. It's not important.
No, but you know what? They're going to eat every word and every action that they're uttered and what they done basically, because if you're not looking at a 5-year plan, now I just said 5 years, meaning from here to 27, right? If you're not looking at, okay, if I can't go to work, how am I going to make money or create a currency or whatever where I can be able to feed my family? These are the things that we have to ask ourselves. So the question to that is, I have to connect with like-minded people. Their strength in numbers. So I'm going to put whatever program I've been placed aside, and I'm going to connect with people who thinks like me. None of us is perfect, but you want to connect with people who have the same agenda with you, and that's building and surviving. So you get with people like that, and now you use your currency. Now you use y'all put y'all resource together. Now you can get some things done. But saying that I don't need this, I don't need a woman, I don't need a man, and I'm gonna do this and that, you setting yourself up for failure. That's what they want. They want you with that mindset, because when the shit falls, you're going to be ass out. They're about to get ready to cut these stamps, this housing. These people about to really feel the effects. They don't understand what's at stake. They're about to cut this stuff in the next year or so. This stuff is about to go. So all these women who's been on housing for years without a plan, getting $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 a month in stamps, didn't have nothing stacked up, no freezer, no nothing. These
Beans,
people lost
rice, honey.
nothing. And we are the only people that they put a microphone in our face and say, "Oh, how you feel? Oh, what the government, they won't do nothing for us. We out here starving." That's the first thing we say. We out here starving, they won't do nothing. It's because we black. Lady, you had every opportunity. You had everything. People giving you getting $1,000, $1,300 a month for stamps, and you mean to tell me you don't have nothing saved? Are you
Part
serious? Are you serious? Or you been on housing where you could have saved your money? You could, if you paying $150 a month. You mean tell me you couldn't get you a little BS job and save your money? Are you serious?
part of that is true. Yes, they want to get rid of us first. That's the common sense because
Because
we
we
can
don't
rally the
contribute
people
nothing.
with our mind and our mouthpiece. And when
They
we do
don't. We
that,
don't.
we cause revolution. And because we're troublemakers with revolution, they want to get rid of us first. That's the most important key. And then the natives as well. And they already told us this.
Right.
Specifically, Bill and Melinda Gates. They said they wanted to give us that thing first. And
Right.
then the elderly, because with black folks, we have the revolutionary mind and the mouthpiece to gather everybody. And the second thing is the natives actually have the land. They want the land so that they can
Yeah.
create these crops, remove people out, create prisons for all the people who want to rebel against their new system that they're going to install. It's a mess. This stuff is crazy. What's about to
I
happen?
never said that everybody has the opportunity. One thing about America, if people travel, they'll understand, they'll know where I'm coming from. One thing about this land is you can come piss poor with a plan and you can work yourself out of the gutter to some status. Why? Because of the system that it's a capitalistic system that we're living in. So you can work yourself out of your situation if you have a plan. Because it's a reason why a lot of people coming and swimming, dying, trying to get here. What we do as black people, once again, we thinking everything's supposed to be fair and given to us. It's a rigged system.
But
It's a rigged system.
here's also what they do though. America overseas, they create the problem. Then they send the people over here in order to quote unquote fix the problem.
It's order out of chaos. That's an old Masonic.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's called order out of chaos. People look order out of chaos up. Research order out of chaos. This is
Oh
what
yeah,
they use
I
on
know
us.
about it.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand the game, and I do
COVID was a
mean
perfect
game.
example. Oh, guess what? You'll be all right. You'll be able to travel if you get this thing.
Right. And that exactly. And a lot of people fail for that. Now
Yeah.
the real
Check
truth
this
is
out.
coming out now.
Check this out. The information that's coming out.
Exactly.
Now, they found out in those things that actually it came from 19 proteins from the
Right.
Chinese crate snake and also the cobra snake that they
Right.
put into those things. That's
That's why they
crazy.
show.
That's
Yeah,
why
you
there was
notice.
coagulation when those people were up there dying, from myocarditis issues and cardiac arrest and all that. Their blood was coagulating, and they had this long strand of whatever it was that they were pulling out of people. So it's crazy.
Right. Now whoever this guy was say, yeah, the Tulsa people had a plan. Look what happened. Why, once again, that's another problem with us. We keep focusing on the past. Whatever happened, we should have learned and started rebuilding. Why we still talking about the past and yet we're not building nothing? Those people back then, you got to remember the Tulsa people, those were natives. Those were not African people. Those were native people to this land who were pushed out from the Virginias and all of those places all the way to Oklahoma, if you know the history. Those were
Yeah.
native people, Blackfoots and Choctaw. My grandmother was Choctaw, from the Choctaw tribe, from Tallulah, Louisiana. So you people need to learn your history first. These were not African slaves. These were native people, and they didn't even use currency. They traded with different things. That people need to learn that. Once again, people need to study. We the only group of people keep focusing on the past instead of building. That's our problem. We, even with the so-called leaders, always talking about the past and not getting nothing done. Only thing we do is bring up the past, and ain't getting the goddamn thing done. That's why everybody laugh at us and call us a joke. Nobody else, no other race of people keep focusing on the past except us. We the only people. And you would think after 50, 60 years from the civil rights movement, we would at least figure the game out. And we still haven't figured it out. It's just going down from generation to generation. And we're not getting nothing done. Can you people understand? This 60 tactics is not going to work now. This is a whole new game we're in. They're going to a digital world.
Yeah.
They're doing away with money. So why you people keep focusing on Tulsa? Those people built. That's what y'all not understanding. Yeah, it was destroyed, but those people built. They didn't look for no white man and say, hey, they burned all. Those people built. Why can't y'all understand that? Why can't they understand this?
We're going to a credit system like Asia, or should I say China, and also it's what is it, the blockchain? Whew. Don't even let me get started.
I don't understand it. No, I'm just saying I get frustrated with black people because we hold panels and conferences on all this stuff, on BS that don't matter. Anything we should have took with, it wasn't just Tulsa, it was all different places. There were places in Texas was Black Wall Street. People don't know their history. Why don't we just take what they done and say, you know what, we finna build. Stop worrying about what the white man won't do and what he's done, and say, you know what, we gonna build. Screw them. We don't need them. If you want to be technical, you don't need them. If you did what you had to do, you don't need nobody. You wouldn't focus on nobody else if you really focus doing what you need to do. You wouldn't focus on it. That's why people laugh at black people. We get up there always on how we feel and what we think supposed to be fair. That's the sad part about it. We teach our kids this, and they go out here in the world and they get their feelings hurt because they think this is supposed to be fair. We set our kids up for this instead of telling them, hey, this is a rigged system. This is the game. You learn the game. I'm gonna teach you the game. You play it to your advantage. That's what we should be teaching our kids. But what do? You work hard, you get rewarded. We tell them all this stuff that's a lie, because it don't matter how hard you work. Sometimes it don't work in your favor. You in a rigged system. Now, if you understand the techniques and the games behind the work, now you can get something done. But if you just out here think you finish working to get something and it's gonna be given, that's not how this world works.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, I've been saying this for the longest. It's like, it's to the point. I don't know what else to say. I can only speak for myself. I try to build because I understand what's at stake. I already know this stuff is falling, and they already know this. And the more people continue to focus on the BS, and those are the ones gonna be out here ass out, basically. Because believe it or not, it's a lot of people who's preparing. They are preparing. They might not be saying nothing. Of course, because our state government is pretty much doing a lot of things. I'm happy where we're going as a state because they're setting us up to where if the stuff fall, they've been trying to secede from the union since Rick Perry 20-some years ago. We asked the Federal Reserve for our gold back. You see what I'm saying? So you got places like Florida, you got places like South Dakota, those different places, those the southern coast. These people, it's the what word I'm looking for? It's the civil war in reverse. And what I mean by that is the New York State, California, Illinois is gone. That's a wrap. Economic wise, they broke. So people are flooding from the northern states and the western states back to the southern states. For what? For resources, right? For resources. Same thing with the great migrations from the civil rights. From the Civil War. People went from the southern states to the northern and western states for opportunity. It's just in reverse. But this is something different that we never faced. We're in some uncharted territory that we have never seen. You gotta understand, America's not even 1,000 years old yet. We already fallen. We're the youngest dynasty in the history of the world that is falling, collapsing on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? It's deliberately being done. They don't need us anymore. People gotta look at that. America is not the powerhouse anymore. They don't need us. They only use us for entertainment anyway. See, the other which they use us for entertainment. They don't need us anymore.
In my opinion, I feel like BRICS is part of the New World Order too. I don't trust China. Once China said that they were in negotiation with France, I was like, okay, this is their back way of inviting Europe right back in and controlling Africa. They just needed somebody being there to trust them so that they can get back into that. And that's where
Europe had to get on board because of what Russia's doing to them. Russia, they're about to freeze this upcoming winter. He's cut all their gas out. They were going to freeze. They had a mild winter this year, but they saying this coming winter, they're going to really feel the effects of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know, here's the funny thing about Trump. Trump actually reached Maxwell Chikumbutsu.
Right.
You know that, right? Now, he's the one that created the device where it's endless energy through radio wave technology.
Yeah.
So if you have I don't know if you know about it, Goddess, but if you have a television set, you don't need a cord. You can just turn it off and on, and it's endless energy. So if America decided to go that route with electricity, I mean, they could. That would be to Trump's benefit. But my question is, what are they going to do with the technology? Because I don't trust people like Bill Gates with that.
Well, they're doing the AI. They're going into the AI technology now. So,
but will they use that with it though? That's my question.
Of course, it won't be. It probably won't be in our lifetime, but in the next 50 years, if this place still standing, it's going to be here, bro. It's going. They're already selling synthetic meat, right?
Yeah.
They're selling synthetic meat. They're selling synthetic eggs, synthetic fruits and vegetables. So everything is going to artificial. Now you backed by the artificial currency, which is digital. It's not a real currency. Now what the BRIC system is doing, the BRIC system is backed by natural commodities, oil, gold, all different things. Now you got to ask yourself, why didn't America then back theirs by oil and gold? People got to ask themselves this question. Why we didn't? We don't even, I work in the oil field. I produce oil. I know for a fact that we have enough oil on preserve where we don't even need to export or import nothing. We have everything we can possibly need. But the trick is to tell the people that we don't have. Mind you, this guy was sending all the oil reserve to Ukraine. Why? Why are you sending our backup oil reserve to Ukraine? Why? As a matter of fact, why are you investing in Ukraine? I can tell you why. Because of the lithium over there. And also, Vladimir was exposing the human cloning facilities over there. See, they're trying to make Vladimir out to be the bad guy, but the man, if people follow the man's not teachings and stuff, the man exposed a lot of stuff over here. But see, a lot of us don't study and we don't research that. So whatever comes on Instagram and stuff or local news or CNN, we take it and run with it, not knowing that this shit is filtered. It's not even real.
Yeah, it's a lot of the information is suppressed on purpose. Yeah.
Right, it's on purpose because you gotta look at who own these networks. They'll never put the truth out. Well, let me rephrase that. They do put the truth out. It just is hidden in plain sight. If you don't have the mind to understand and recollect the truth, then it'll go over your head. They have to put the truth out. They do put it out. It's just a lot of us not equipped to understand it, especially when you're led and guided by emotions. See, if you start looking at everything from a business point, if you had a business, you understand that businesses don't go by how you feel. You gotta understand decisions are made, business decisions made on benefit of the company, and things, not how you feel. It's about the company. So you take that and you put that in your personal life, you start looking at things different. Not how I feel, it's a business decision. A lot of times people don't dislike you because of how you look. It's a business decision. All this stuff is business, from the healthcare to the food, criminal, all this stuff is a business. So they make billions of dollars off of our ignorance. So of course these people don't want you healthy. They want you sick coming to them because they get money. You see what I'm saying? The criminal,
have you heard of the latest commercial by Temu?
No, I haven't.
Where it tells you to shop like a billionaire, profiting off of ignorance, as if consumerism is going to make you equivalent to the billionaire who actually has power.
Right.
Foolishness.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, that's where we at. You look at your social media, different things. This is all what you see. People they buying, jumping in this, and I'm not against nobody buying nothing, but let's be honest, man. A lot of people don't have it, but they flossing and pretending because on social media, anybody can be who they want. You see what I'm saying? But in the coming future, the real is going to come out. You see what I'm saying? What I mean by the real is you either going to have it or you not. And I'm talking about just natural stuff, commodity like food, water, and even a place to lay your head. That's where it's coming down to. It's not about where you stay, what you drive. It's about, do you have what you need and can you sustain it? You see what I'm saying? So these people got to remember, these people are part of the plan, because through social media, people, we look for stuff, or we look for people to, I guess, admire or follow. So if somebody looking like they doing good, we instantly follow them, not knowing how these people got this stuff, or is it even theirs? And then we come to us, only thing we gotta do is have on a bunch of jewelry or the latest bag in our hands and heels and a foreign car and a nice little house, and people think you got money, and we take it and run with it. You see what I'm saying?
Goddess, what's your thoughts on the video that you showed? Because you never really told us what you thought.
You talking about the news? The news?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to figure it out because I'm watching it for the first time. I was hearing about it, but I never actually watched the news. I just feel like it's it's a scare tactic, but then at the same time, there is a lot of crime. There is a lot of things going on. So I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. With me doing my research on these true crime stories, I'm telling you, the crime is outrageous right now. It's really bad. Like gun violence.
It's not gun violence. Goddess, it's not gun violence. Gotta look at the rhetoric that they're pushing. They're trying to confiscate the guns, right? They want the guns. So it's not the gun violence. You can kill somebody with a screwdriver, right? Oh, in Europe and different places, they use knives. They have a higher death rate with knives than we do. And they use knives. So it's not the guns, it's the people that's using it.
Okay, so then that means that guns are still a problem. Like, that's great that people say that, but let's be honest. If you are not hunting for something, what do you need a gun for? Let's be honest here. So everybody feels threatened. Everybody needs protection, and this is where the crime comes from.
No,
if
you're
you
not.
Didn't have the gun in the first place, then that person would have never got
Listen. Law-abiding citizens are not out here robbing and shooting and killing. Let's be honest.
That's not true.
The people.
That's not
true. It
is
true. So you
listen to me. I just said I'm doing my research from my true crime stories. Majority of these people are working people.
You're missing what I'm saying. It's not, when I say law-abiding, meaning that people obey by the laws, knowing that if I pack a gun, I have to be qualified and registered to pack a gun. A criminal or somebody that don't give a damn they're going to pack the gun regardless. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
It's
but
not
that's
about.
not it.
Yes, it is, because
It's
if
not.
okay. Now let me ask you a question.
Like you said, something came over, some type of energy came over the people, right? And these same people have guns. So
It's not the guns.
all right, but at the same time, my opinion is if guns did not exist, then there would be less death by a
That's
more
not true.
thing.
You must don't know the stats. Do you know? You gotta do number. Look at the stats. Don't take what I say. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Gun violence, gun violence, and knife violence are pretty much the same. Once again, if I use a knife or an axe or a hammer, if I want to cause harm to somebody, I'm going to do it. That's my mentality. That's my mindset. They're focusing on the guns because, once again, the people going to vote wise. Well, they need to get rid of guns. And if they try to get rid of guns, guess what these people are going to do? They're really going to push their agenda. You got.
All right, I'm about to post
Criminal.
it up for y'all because I'm tired of y'all talking. All of y'all. Seriously, y'all don't see what I'm seeing. So I'm about to show y'all.
I'm not saying people commit crimes that work. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about people that obey by the law. It's a fact. If a person that obey by the laws, knowing that if I have restrictions, I can't do it, the chances of those people committing crimes are slim to none. Why? Because they're going to go by they're going by the law. Now somebody that don't care.
Let me mention this real quick so I can put things into perspective. Okay. Our right to bear arms is actually there for a reason so that we can prevent tyranny.
There you go.
So that's a very, very important factor in why it's important to bear arms. It's just the people that are bearing arms aren't really taking it. It's a convenience for them. Like, oh, I'm gonna protect my hood, or sometimes the people like, well, if somebody steps on my property, you know.
So I'm on the gunmemorial.org.
Okay.
Gunmemorial.org. Okay. These are people that are dying. This is not even all the crimes by guns. This is whoever gives them the information from the family. Yeah, this is just this week. So many people are dying by guns. And a lot of them are black faces. Let me let y'all see this. This is May 15th. Y'all saying it's not the guns, it's the people with the guns. Well, sure hell, a lot of motherfucking people with guns.
Some people have no regard for life.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. That's the problem. People have no regards to life. Let's call it like it is. Let's call it like it is. We have a fucked up, excuse my friend, we have a fucked up culture that promotes debt. It promotes violence. It promotes all of these things. I'm just talking about in America. That's the culture that we have. So you can take the guns. People, if you don't change the mindset.
Killed in East Nashville, a 53-year-old was an innocent bystander. So again, y'all can say what y'all want, but it's too many people with guns that's misusing them. So therefore, to me, is not necessary, because y'all niggas ain't running down on shit but each other. Hold on.
No.
Y'all niggas is not running down on shit but each other. That's why guns are stupid to me.
Well, it's stupid to you because you just said the key point. You said niggas. You said a mouthful, because the niggas are the ones out here running down. The law-abiding black men who got their shit and know they got a lot to lose ain't out here bullshitting. So you said it right. It's the niggas. The niggas are the ones who misinformed, not the black man. The black man understand what's at stake. It's the niggas out here. Let's get it straight. It's the niggas. It's the niggas. It's the two different between a black man, a man, and the nigga. The nigga think like a child. See, the nigga out here waving pistols and all this and robbing. The black man getting his ass up going to his job or his business. He ain't not here, so it's a big difference. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the mindset of the people who use these guns. It's
Fear.
not, because a person that has something to lose would think twice before they kill somebody, yet let alone pull a gun out. It's the
Fear.
niggas that don't have nothing to lose, and the music and all that shit plays a part. We got to be real.
All
For the
right.
past,
My thing is, I don't need to feel threatened because people got guns and they randomly shoot.
how you threatened? Why are you threatened?
Why am I
'Cause people have-
threatened? I
Yes,
just showed you a little bit of the National Gun Violence Memorial.
So unfortunately,
just
people
showed
lose their
you.
life. Once again, that's life. We all going to die. We all going to die. Period. So
You
you're
shouldn't
not
have
going
to die by a gun.
listen. You're going to die. People, if someone
You
want to
should
cause
not have
harm,
to die before your time by a
how?
gun.
But once again, if a person want to cause harm to you with a stick, they're going to cause harm with you. So you're going to say it's the stick fault. That's what you're going to say then? It's the stick fault instead of the individual who done it? That's what you're telling me? If a person use a vacuum cleaner to kill somebody, you're going to blame the vacuum cleaner? That's what you're telling me? That's our problem.
That's
We
a totally
focus it.
different
We're not.
thing.
Yes, it is. It's no. It's it's not. It's the same, because the gun, it can be used for two things. Once again, a gun can be used for two things. A gun can be used for building or destroying. That's what it's a tool for one. That's all a gun is. No different than a hammer. You use a hammer to build a house or use a hammer to demolish a house. That's what it is, a tool. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what a gun is. People
And
don't
also,
understand.
and also it's a defensive mechanism. But a lot of people, the reason why, Goddess, that people don't run up on anybody is because primarily fear. Like those people
Right.
who like stormed the Capitol, right? You didn't see them with guns. You saw
Right.
them with whatever it was. But if they were serious about changing something, they would have brought guns. But they know that everything is based on fear. They don't want to
George
lose,
Trusty.
you know,
George Trusty, you said a mouthful.
their liberties and stuff. A lot of people don't want to lose their liberties. So that's the reason why they just don't do the right thing, which is to take
Right.
over and create a new system.
Right. Yeah. We got to
change
call it like
my
it is.
opinion. I'm from New York. A gun carrying state. For me,
you from New York. Yeah, we understand it.
to people, for me, people in the South, they look at death as nothing.
That's not true. That's not true.
You just said it. You just said we're all gonna die. So that means that you're willing to die by a gun accidentally.
Our mentality is different than y'all mentality. Our mentality is about hunting and different things.
Survival.
That's the difference between us. Survival.
And not street survival, but out here in the wilderness survival.
Right.
We're more aware, conscious of what goes on with government.
Right. So Southern, I can't speak for the Southern. I'm speaking for Texas. Texas, guns is our culture, but it's responsibility. Using a gun responsible. When you're of a certain age, you go out, you go hunt, you go fish. That's about preparing a boy to be a man where he can fend for himself and put food on the table if need be. That's the traditions. Once again, this fucked up culture that we have now, it's about killing. We got to attack the head. See, the music and all this stuff plays a part in what's going on out here. Plays a part. So we got to be honest, be real with ourselves. From 30, 40 years, it's been nothing but in the rap lyrics about death and destruction. That's all this shit been about. And now it's to the point now to where it's boiled over. So they doing it. It's no different than 1990. It's the same problem when it comes to us because once again, we're the least misinformed and emotional. I can't speak for New York, or I can only speak for Texas. You know
we
what I'm
didn't even
saying?
mention all the money behind it, with the prisons, the investors of the prisons, from the volatility that goes on with involving, the misuse of guns.
Yeah. But see, that plays into them because that plays into their agenda because it keeps the prisons full, it keeps the cemeteries full. It's a business. It's nothing but a business. If I want to cause harm to somebody, if I pick up a shovel, I can cause harm to someone with a shovel, right? Now, a shovel is used for what? Digging. But I can also use it as something to kill somebody. as a tool.
Absolutely, but that you missing a point. We
No,
know
I
what
understand what
guns,
you're saying.
we know what guns are intended for. So my thing is, how do the youth get educated that life is real? Because
How? Yeah.
from what
Okay.
I'm seeing, they don't value life, especially in gun carry states. That's no shade. I'm doing my research. New
We have
York,
to. You
New
have to
York
take
has
them.
crime, but it's not as bad as some of these other places.
People have to. Adults have to take the time out to actually care about the youth and actually create programs that can teach the youth how to love one another and love their community and love
Raise their
themselves.
kids. Raise their kids
And if they could,
responsibly.
yeah, if they could teach the children to see the reflection in the mirror of the people who look like them, to love them because they look like them, that would change a whole lot. And so that's why
Right.
it's hard for these kids to really connect with one another, because we aren't teaching. We're showing them a different side of ourselves that's just too evil. So they don't care because we don't care.
Yeah, but that goes back to what I just stated. For the past 30 plus years, the rap music has been about death and destruction, right? Even in the movies. So you got 30, almost 40 years of this. Listen to the, understand the programming, right? You mix it in with the drugs and alcohol. So all this stuff plays a part. You see what I'm saying? We gotta attack the root of the head of this. It's not the guns, it's our mentality. We have a mentality where if I don't give a fuck about you and I kill you, excuse my French. But that's the mentality we have. We make music about each other. We don't make music about killing a white man or the Asian. We rap about killing one another. So subconsciously, we already programmed to look at each other as the enemy. So if you take the guns away, if a gang want to cause harm like they did in the 80s, you gotta look at it. In the 80s, it wasn't a whole lot of gun violence like it is. They use other things, sticks, knives, different stuff. So whatever, you
Black
know what I
Love
mean?
7, yeah. Black Love 17 mentioned the uptick in killings with the guns has gotten out of hand in the past 3 years. Well, also think about this mentally. We just got out of COVID, right? So just imagine people who are housed inside of a house, they aren't used to that mentally and being phased out and being almost like a loner inside of the house, cooped up. So that plays on somebody's mentality. It can make some people go crazy. So that's
Yeah, I
another
agree.
factor that messes with people's mental. They can get frustrated and they don't know how to vent.
Yeah,
A lot of
you're
couples.
100% right. Right. That's why individual wise, you have to seek something spiritual. When I mean self evaluation, self improvement, self empowerment. That's why we have to do those things. Because if not, this programming, you're going to follow it. If you're not mentally strong enough to take your life and your mind and thoughts into your own hands, guess what? Somebody else is going to control you. And that's the problem with us. We let everything control us. Let's be honest. This smartphones and the social media is raising our kids now. We're not raising because we're too busy trying to get a bag or look important and post pictures. We got to be real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So these kids are not getting taught because of the parents. And then a lot of the parents, they shouldn't even be having kids. They shouldn't even be having kids because they're not even mentally qualified to even have kids. They don't even know how to raise kids properly.
Yeah.
See, all those things plays a part into where we're at now, not just the gun. We need to attack the root cause of it. And that's
Well,
because of the
I will say it's a lot of couples too. It's a lot of couples murder suicides since COVID. And we're not talking about Pookie and Taisha. We're talking about people that had prominent positions, people in the Navy, people that were nurses, people, professionals. So I don't know if it was the jab. I don't know if it's the energy.
oh, it's something
Somebody
to do
put a
with that
spell
too.
on us. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something to do with that. They got
Some people watched a lot of people die. Like in the healthcare professions, they were literally murdering patients.
Yes.
And they made a profit. Doctors were making a profit off of that. Some people were killing themselves because they couldn't stand to see that. It bothered them psychologically. So that makes sense. And some of these people who kill themselves, they want to hurt somebody who they feel is actually causing whatever they're feeling within internally, but instead they turn it toward themselves and they kill themselves.
George Trusty, that wasn't everywhere. The mid ladies, yeah, we knew it was guns, but I'm talking about the average streets, stuff like that. You had people who use knives, sticks, chains. This is a fact. You gotta look at back then who was promoting this. The gun stuff, violence was coming out of LA, different places. Why? Because of the agenda. It's an agenda that they're pushing, and it's dealing with us. This stuff the same. Go pull up stuff from 89, 88 about blacks being killed. It's the same thing now. You got to ask yourself, 30-something years, you would think something would have changed. Why is it still the same with us killing each other? Is it really the gun? Is it really the gun? We're talking almost 40 years. Is it really the gun? No, it's us. We want to blame everything else except taking self-accountability for our own actions. We have the power to clean up our neighborhoods if we wanted to. We have the power to do a lot of those things, but what we choose to do is we choose to make excuses and don't accept self-accountability. We're the only groups of people that our kids run wild and shoot up our neighborhood where our kids can't play in playgrounds. We the only groups of people that allow that. Then the street code is we don't snitch. See, so I can watch a little baby get shot and killed, and I don't say nothing because I live by a code. I don't snitch. Just the shit. I had a 9. Let me be honest with you, technical. In 1990, I had an 8-year-old cousin was killed in a drive-by shooting behind drugs. So I know firsthand how this stuff affects.
Sorry.
I know firsthand. My cousin was asleep, and some family owed some money, and the people came by, shot up my auntie house, and she got hit in the side with a bullet. 8 years old, 1990, April 1990. So I know firsthand about this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's the mentality. If the people, my people, wasn't even dealing with the drugs and stuff, this would have never happened. You understand what I'm saying? It would have never happened if they were doing the correct things. But we choose to do the incorrect things and think we're supposed to get a correct outcome. It don't work. It's not the gun. It's our mentality. It's our mentality. Look at all the youngsters now. Everybody wants to be a thug. I've never seen it. I understand it because of what's being pushed there. These John Morants and all these different people.
Annoying.
You know, but see, the agenda is, remember, that's the part of the agenda. That's part of the agenda. This thug culture is what's killing. But this is not the youngsters. I don't blame these youngsters. It starts with my generation and the people before me because they was doing the same stuff. So I cannot sit up here and be hypocritical and say these younger people are out of control, where in 88, 89, it was the same stuff.
What's tripping me out is some of these kids who are growing up, some of them are middle class and they want to be a thug. Like
that's the problem.
What are you doing?
Because it's the culture. You got people that live in upper middle class, working class neighborhoods, and because of the social media influence and they favorite rappers and stuff, they're pushing this ideology, so they're adapting this. Now the people from the hood, the youngsters from the hood, those are the ones dribbling the balls, throwing the ball. They're honestly trying to get out of their situation. It's the ones in the suburban areas who's upholding these things. Why? Because it's cool to them. I grew up in the hood. I had friends died at an early age. I was almost killed when I was 15 years old. You see what I'm saying? So I know firsthand, but I didn't let that stop me. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be a thug, never tried to be a thug. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up around that.
Sometimes it's good to be square.
Right. But once again, our community being square, you're an outcast. If you're not a drug dealer or a basketball player or a rapper, you don't get no love in the black communities. You gotta, if you don't. That's the
One
truth. If you are, yeah, it's the truth.
one thing about me growing up, I didn't care what nobody thought about me, because at the end
Right.
of the day, people gonna say whatever they want to about you, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And I could
Yeah.
care less. So there would be times where I'd be a loner, but I didn't care, man.
Right. So sometimes it's good to be alone. It's not overall. It's not good to be alone because we're social beings, creatures. But in certain environments, it's good to run by yourself or someone that's like-minded, because it's nothing but traps that's set out here for us. You see what I'm saying? And rap music is one of the biggest traps. Been the biggest traps. I'm hypocritical. I'm not hypocritical. I listen to it, right? A lot of these guys I thought that was gangsters. I didn't know any better, but they was not gangsters. You know what I'm saying? But that's a part of the agenda, the plan. These people got private prisons that they're invested in, so they get kickback. They get kickback from this stuff, so they got to keep these private prisons and state prisons full. And what do? We next man up. One go, the daddy go, the sons next in line, the nephew, the uncle, and it goes on and on and on. You
Sorry
know
for
what I'm
your loss,
saying?
December. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
December. Sorry for your loss. You know what I'm
But
saying? See that?
it's not going to change the reality, like holding guns back. And God is, we get what you're saying, but at the end of
Right.
the day, don't let that be the determining factor of. It's like what they did with Biden and Trump, right? They got on
Yeah.
this little thing with racism, like, oh, we got to choose the lesser of the evils. So everybody was like, well, let's choose Biden. So when they do that with the guns, they're going to take away the guns, and that's what we don't
Right.
need, because we're trying to prevent tyranny. We're trying to prevent people from, or should I say, overtaking of the citizens, the U.S. citizens. That's all we
See,
got.
right. You're right. December.
It sounds good.
You're right. No, I mean you're
It
entitled to
sounds good.
your
I
opinion.
mean, all I can say is it sounds good. And like, oh, my condolences, December, if I didn't say it. It sounds good.
See, behind a bike.
I have the right to my opinion. My opinion
Yeah,
is
you're great.
I don't like guns. I don't have to
We-
like guns. It doesn't mean it's not a necessary tool, but I'm saying to myself, if I had a gun and I know that I'm in an open carry state, I'm gonna feel emboldened with that gun. And that's one of
Really,
the most weak source moves you can make.
really.
Because you're not fighting. Excuse me, if you kill somebody by choking them, asphyxiation, or a knife, to me, that's more of a crime of passion than a gun. A gun is a
Become a
punk
fan of.
move. A gun is a punk move because you're shooting somebody from afar. And I don't have
Okay.
to with guns because all of y'all do.
No. You're entitled to your own opinion. So by your stating it, guess what? You're going to vote against it, right? So when you go to your local voting station, people that support your mindset, you're going to vote for those people, right? Right?
I'm not voting at all.
Well, I mean, I'm just
Talking
saying
about locally.
yeah, locally. I'm not talking about federal. I'm talking about locally. So your local government, city government who's running for office, you're going to vote for those people, right? Correct?
No, I'm not. I'm not voting for them. So y'all gonna go into this conversation too?
We
What?
need to know, Goddess.
No,
No, I
I'm
just asked the
not.
question. No, I just asked the question because most
Because
people
y'all don't have
who-
no real solutions. I gotta do
Who?
what works for me.
I just gave you the real solution. I
You
told you
saying
the
for
real
us
solution.
to vote, but you are
No, I did.
conservative,
No, I did.
correct?
No.
Are you
I did not say that.
are
I
you
didn't say
talking,
vote.
Goddess? Are you talking about how we're going to stop the black on black crime? Is that what you're talking about with gun violence?
No. What I'm
Go
trying
ahead.
to say, what I'm basically saying it, because he said, am I gonna vote against guns? I said I'm not voting at all. All I'm saying is I'm not a gun person. I'm not
That's
here.
fine.
I'm not a member of the NRA. Like, yes, we need our guns. No, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for guns, we would not be here. We would be in Africa somewhere
Okay.
because niggas was pussy that gotta carry guns. You can't fight with your
You think
hands,
so?
so you go. Yes.
You think so?
First of all, guns
So
are for
so
gaming, for hunting. For hunting, but anybody that shoots somebody they got beef with, that means you're pussy. Cause you gotta catch them from
no,
afar.
those are no,
That's
you're
what
right. Those are niggas. See, let me explain something. I I am licensed to carry, right? I've been carrying legally for almost 20 years. I've never had a problem. You want to know why? Because I don't have a
why.
nigga mindset. Ain't because I don't have a nigga mindset. Ain't nothing pussy about me. If I need to fight, I will fight. But I understand that the next man out here don't care how I may feel or how I might care. So if the next person want to cause harm against me with the weapon, my God given right is to protect myself. So I am licensed to carry, but I'm smart enough to know if I pull my weapon now, it has to be justified. So if a person looks at me stupid or call me a bitch, I'm not going to pull a pistol out and shoot them. That's niggas. It's a difference between a nigga mindset and a black man, a man. Let me stop saying a black man, a man's mentality. A man has a lot to lose because a man has things going for himself that he's not willing to throw away. A nigga don't have nothing to lose. So they the ones out here shooting people over BS. It's not the man. The man is going doing what he needs to do. But the man understand that I have to defend my family if need be. You gotta understand something. If you're in your house, God forbid, and 4 people kicking your door with guns, you have nothing to defend yourself with. This is the stuff that goes on. So I understand that when I'm out here in the streets by myself, I understand that people can be watching me. They want to rob me. I've been in those situations. It's not a pretty sight. So I'm always, because when you've been close to death by a gun, it changes you. But I took it from a self-defense point. I don't bother nobody. I don't have a problem with nobody.
Some
Go ahead.
some people are not gonna take that L. They're just like, look, I'll shoot you and kill you. That's it. And that's
Right.
it. You know, some people just will not deal with taking that L from somebody's hands.
But
That's
them
the
the ones
reality
out
of
there,
it.
but them the niggas out there. Gotta understand. The
Again,
niggas are
I
the ones
feel
that
the way I feel. Y'all talking
that's
about
fine.
sitting ducks and all of that. Again, a lot of niggas is not using those guns for the right reasons. So
I just explained it to you.
look,
Why who's doing it?
I'm talking about people in the chat. It's going in one ear out the other for me though. Because like I
That's
said,
fine.
it's plenty of niggas with guns using it on each other. So all of that, we're sitting ducks. No. Niggas is
So
gonna be
take the
dead.
guns away.
Niggas is
So
gonna
so
be
so
dead anyway by the hands of each other. So y'all
so
talking about
take the
y'all
guns
waiting
away.
for the government to run down on you? Why y'all not running down on the government?
That's
Why would
fear.
they run
Guys, we
down on?
mentioned that
Yeah,
earlier. It's fear. They
right,
won't do that.
So then
right.
See,
what's the
it's
That's
point in
convenient
having
to
guns?
it's
so
convenient
what's
to
the
destroy the community out of
What's the point
frustration
of
right?
having guns?
as opposed
We
to
just
changing
told
your
you.
reality.
Right. You're
All
free
right.
to feel the way you feel. You're entitled to feel the way you feel about guns. That's
Yes,
cool.
I
I
do
get it.
because
That's cool. But everybody else's mindset is not the same. So everybody else understand I different. And that's cool. We all entitled to our own opinions. But that don't change the fact that our cultural mindset is the problem. You keep saying niggas running down on niggas, right? And that's why I keep clarifying the word nigga. Because you're right, 100% correct. It
let me
is
ask
the
you a
niggas.
question. If you
Yeah,
have a gun, don't you feel obligated to use it at least once?
no. See,
No,
that's what. No, see, I don't know. I don't know who you've been around, but once again, every man don't think the same. You gotta understand something. Like I tried to explain to you, I don't know. I don't look to harm nobody. I only pack mines when I got guns I hunt with, and I got personal protection when I'm out. I don't look to harm nobody. Don't want to harm nobody. But I understand I live in a world where people are looking to harm me if I have something that they want. So I've been in situations where people ran down on me with guns, and I didn't have something, so I'm at their mercy. That's
got
all
it.
I'm trying to say.
Got it.
So
God, it's not like a scene in Juice where Tupac, he felt empowerment from having that gun and he
Oh,
wanted to use it. It's not like that. You have to
no.
understand when you carry a gun, there's a great responsibility. And here in Texas, this is a carry state. So if
Right,
we're inside of a church or a restaurant or something like that, and somebody decides to want to open fire, that's for us for that very specific reason, so that we can prevent others from dying
right,
due to
right.
the hands of somebody who's insane.
Eliminate the threat.
Yes.
That's it. Eliminate the threat.
It's a
Like I
defensive
right,
form. We don't have to necessarily want to use it anytime.
right.
We don't go out
I
looking
don't.
for it, for trouble
No,
or
I
whatever.
don't do that. Yeah, if that's the case, I would have been in prison. I don't even have a record. I don't have a record, so I don't. It's the niggas who's doing this. The niggas are the ones out here running down on each other behind a block or a color or some rim. Them the niggas. The man got to go to work. He got something else to do. He got stuff to take care of. He ain't worried about that simple shit. It's the niggas doing that. But everybody, for one, we all get thrown in the same pot. Don't matter if you're law abiding or you're a criminal, you get thrown in the same pot. So the niggas don't have nothing to lose. They tell you in their lyrics they don't have nothing to lose. They tell you they killed 15 people, right? Let them tell it. They killed 15 people. They sell all the drugs. They do all these things. You don't hear the average working man in general that has something to lose. He don't even think like that. He won't even put
Mhm.
himself in a position like that because he understands there's people depending on him. And if he mess up, he has a lot to lose. It's the niggas. I don't understand why people can't see that. That's what goes back to what I said about cleaning up our community. Because if we kick the niggas out of our communities, we won't have to worry about they going through that shooting up everything. But see, what we do is we condone it because it be our sons, our grandsons, our uncles and nephews. We're the only groups of people that does this. We the only people. Then we get mad when the cops don't do nothing. Then when the cops come in there and put boots on the ground, we got a problem with that. So we don't even have the mindset to clean up our own community. Now back in the 60s, those people policed their community. They didn't have all this
Mhm.
stuff that was going on. Because why? Because those people was a community. For one, they was a community. They loved one another and they supported one another. The stuff fast forward, it turned into a hood where it's every man for himself. That's our mentality. Every nigga for himself. So if you got something I want, I'm gonna take it from you. That's our mindset. And that's where we at now. And the people that's smart that don't think like that, they move out of those environments. Why? Because they don't want to raise kids or be around it. It's the niggas who's doing this. It's not the average working man. They have a lot to do. It's a big difference. Jay, same way with a woman.
Again, that's not true.
It is true. Why is not
It's
true?
not.
Yes, it is. How is this? How is that not true? So you mean to tell me a man that has a million something, a man that has a lot going for himself is out here finding dudes, niggas he got problem with on the corner, running down. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Not in that exact tense, but they still are committing crimes. Don't think
I
that.
ne- I
Don't
never
think that
said
it's
that.
just people in the hood committing crimes. That's
I
where
said
you're
niggas.
wrong.
I said niggas. I didn't say the hood. The nigga is a mentality. I'm talking about the mentality of a person, not the area. The nigga mentality don't matter where you go. If a nigga mentality is death and destruction, it's gonna follow him. And I'm not talking about just a black person. I'm talking about in general. It's the mindset. Not it's a fact. Every man don't commit crimes that have guns. This is a fact. This is
Let
not
me
my opinion.
let me say this. Some of us don't know what we're gonna do if we have a gun, right? Some of us may be in these
Right.
relationships where we get upset, get cheated on,
There you
and
go,
we just may
T-Law.
lose it. You know what I mean? We don't
Right.
know what's gonna happen till we get there. But for the most
Right.
part, these guns, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Come on. Some people just lose it.
Yeah. You have cases where people, domestic violence and different things. Yeah, we understand that. We're talking about overall. We're talking about the videos you can pull up on YouTube where they standing on the corner and some niggas just run up and start shooting in the crowd and 3 innocent people get killed. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about somebody that's working at FedEx, get off from work, just got his check, got a $2,000 check, and so you know what, man, I feel like going to jail tonight. I'm gonna go ride on somebody that look at me crazy. They not gonna do that. They got a lot to lose, man. They got a lot to lose. They're not gonna do that.
Nah.
They're not. That's a fact. I mean, think about it. I'm not trying to be funny, but who got $2,000 check? They get 2,000 plus a week. You think
Goddess
they gonna
just
get
hates
that up?
guns. Goddess
Yeah, I
hates
know, and that's
guns,
fine.
man.
No,
That's
I'm
fine.
not really listening to y'all at this point. I'm about to end the
That's
live
cool.
because it's things that y'all just don't know. So I'm just
What do
like,
you
How we
want us to
don't
know?
know?
What do you want us as the
whatever.
audience to know, Goddess? That's what
Again, I'm about to end the live though, but I
No.
appreciate the panel.
what do you want us to know?
Why you want to
I
educate us
just
on?
said it. I just showed y'all. I have my segment. Look on my uploads. I'm doing reckless random rage and when love isn't enough, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Both of those,
Before you
let me
go?
finish. Both
Okay.
of those segments are about crime stories that's going on all over the United States. Okay? And while y'all sitting here saying, oh, it's only the nigga shit. No. It's people that got businesses, business owners. It's so many stories. It's older couples taking each other out. The man killed his wife and killed himself. 70 years old. It's so many stories that I have. That's why I'm
Okay,
like,
so do you know the root cause of those? Do you know no, my question to you is, instead of the gun, do you know the root cause of those situations? Personally, what those people were going through. That's what I'm saying. Do you know personally what those people were going through? Everybody has a tipping point. I get that. I'm well aware of what's going on across America. What I'm saying is, if you're saying we're not understanding what you're saying, and you're putting up a gun memorial, I'm very aware that what I'm saying, I'm talking about, you not understand what I'm saying. I'm talking about the mentality of an individual, not just an individual mentality. If a person has a destructive mentality, minus the color, they're going to do destructive things. That's all I'm saying. Now you have people.
So my issue is there's too many people out here that's reckless that have guns. And that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. I can't.
The guns ain't going. The guns not going
I'm
nowhere.
not at peace with knowing that.
Well, I can tell you the guns are not going nowhere,
whatever.
man. I can tell you that right now.
Don't get me wrong, guys. Yes, there is, but you can't save the world. It's gonna happen no matter whether we like it or not. I know you try. I know it's your concern, but come on, like you just can't save the world like we want to.
No,
it's gonna happen.
No, people. I mean, let's be honest. We have got to the point now to where 50 plus years ago, we pretty much died for each other. Our leaders and stuff was not only community activists, but they were leaders. These people, the Fred Hampton, the Malcolm, all these different people who understood what was at stake. Fast forward now, we got no leaders, real leaders, I would say. When I mean real leaders, I mean the fathers in the homes and different things who should be disciplined these young reckless kids and different things like that.
I'm about to get off in a few minutes though.
Don't stress yourself, Goddess. Don't stress yourself.
No, I'm not stressing myself. Y'all took over my whole life. I said I'm about to get off. It's been almost 2 hours. Go ahead.
Well, okay. No, I'm just saying. Now let me ask you this question: are you really trying to understand or learn, or it's just about how you feel? Because it's a difference between
to you and you're not a listener. You see, as soon as I start talking, I get interrupted, even on my own channel. Men don't listen. That is the problem.
That's the generalization.
I sat here and listened to you for over an hour and was eating my nuts.
Yeah, that's the problem.
As soon as I start talking, y'all start talking over me. So
you just admitted you don't listen. So right. So you're saying men don't listen. That's generalizing men. Once again, generalizing men.
All right,
we don't listen.
You don't listen.
Okay, so if I don't listen, ma'am, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you if I didn't listen to people.
Every time I try to talk, you start talking. So that's not an exchange to me.
That's having a dialogue. That's what that is. It's not that I'm trying to overtalk.
No, it's me listening.
You're trying to get
listening to you.
You just said you don't listen to me.
Let's ask the chat. Chat, was it a fair dialogue or was we listening to Reputex for over an hour? Please be honest. No, let's ask them because I'm not bugging. I'm a listener. But when I start talking, people start talking over me. And then they act like they don't understand what I'm saying. Well, you're not even letting me talk. So again,
You say so. Okay.
go ahead. What y'all gotta say? What else y'all gotta say?
I have no. I have nothing else to say.
I'm really trying to understand your position. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you really gave us your. I get that you don't like guns. Great. But I'm saying I'm wondering more of what your position is and what you're doing to, help with whatever you feel is your what you really desire to do, I guess, so to speak, when it comes to guns.
I didn't say I'm opposed to having a gun. What I'm saying is, if people did not have guns in mass, it would not be so much crime. I look at things from a different viewpoint than others. I'm an empath. I'm taking in all these stories. I'm clicking on everything. I'm doing my research on all these different stories. I'm talking about hundreds, thousands of stories I'm going through. And I'm like, all these people lost their lives by guns? And there's so many ways to die. I'm talking about so many diseases, natural causes. And you mean to tell me all those people died by guns? They wasn't in a line of war. They wasn't fighting white supremacy. What the fuck did they die by a gun for? That's what I'm asking myself. So it's fine that y'all say, yes, I want to be able to protect my family. We all do. But if you're really an empath and you really taking in these stories, we're not talking about, I experienced it for myself too. My oldest son's father got killed by a gun. But besides that, all these little kids riding in a car and they getting killed in a car seat, and y'all okay with guns and mass? Okay, I'm not of this realm. I'm just not of this realm.
Well, if you're not of this,
it's not hunting for food, then y'all should not be worrying about guns. That's my opinion. But
well, it's plain and simple.
niggas is not running down on the Capitol. Y'all still crying for reparations, but everybody.
Who is y'all? I don't cry for nothing.
What do niggas want to be armed for? Y'all not.
I don't cry for nothing.
Y'all not nothing.
I don't cry for nothing, ma'am. I don't cry for nothing. I understand. I go out here and make shit happen for me. I don't cry for. I'm not looking for no reparations. I'm not looking for nobody to hand shit out to me. I've never been there. That's not my mentality. I'm a go-getter and I'm a problem solver. So I solve problems. I don't look to directly complain and go about how I feel. I solve problems. That's what I do. I can talk all day on how I feel. That don't change shit about the situation. I have to physically change the situation. So I don't know who reparation. I don't even mess with that shit. That is not I'm not even concerned about that. I get up and make shit happen for me and the people around me. So I don't know, like I say, to each his own.
I'm talking about niggas as a whole.
Well, I'm a part of that niggas you saying. I'm a part of that niggas you saying though.
They're not coming together to run down on nothing. So why do people feel like they need to be armed?
Well, I guess you have to figure that out. So I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
It's plain and simple.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
It's
really simple.
With guns. I don't know what you're trying to say though, Serenity. So are you saying you're for guns or against them? Everybody have the right to protect themselves, but until it's you and it hits close to home,
I'll be honest with you, we're small in number. Right. But if I don't know, I mean, we'd have to have a something behind us in order, like a real strong system behind us in order to make things go against the machine, the beast. But if we don't have that same mentality together and people are just talking about getting money and material stuff, it's going to be difficult for us to really go against something that is bigger than us.
Yeah, well, we have a selfish mentality. Once again, we only look at self.
Yeah.
Versus the people that our grandparents and people and parents who understood the concept of building. See, we have a selfish mentality. That's why you keep hearing me say it's the mindset of the individual.
You can restrict certain things from people, but if the mindset doesn't change, the results are going to be the same. That's all I'm trying to say. So if a person that wants to go out and rob and steal, if their mentality don't change from debt or jail or whatever, it has to take something drastic for them to change. In most cases, it'd be debt. Some wake up from going to jail. But I'm talking about the mentality of an individual. Yeah, that's what separates us. Our mentality. As Black people, we have let everything else speak on our behalf, and it's been negative. And that goes back to social engineering through the TV shows and the music. All that shit plays a major part in where we at now. We have adopted this mentality, and in order for it to change, the mentality has to change from the people to get a different outcome. Jesus, whoever cannot change this. It has to be the mindset of the individual. That's where it lies with. That's where it lies with. You can try to help a person as much as they can. But if that person don't have enough self-awareness where they want to change for themselves, then what you're doing for that person is going to fall on deaf ears. They're not going to appreciate it. Now, if that person is wanting to change and you're helping that person, now you're going to get a different result. That's all I'm trying to say. It's our mentality as individuals. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to rag on nobody. It's just the truth. We don't want to take self-accountability for what we put out. We parenting these kids going out here shooting up. Where the parents at? Where the parents at? That's what I'm saying. Where the parents at? Like in Chicago the other night, all these kids just going through the city tearing shit up. Where the parents at? We're talking about minors. Minors. Where are the parents? How are these kids out 2, 3 in the morning tearing up stuff and jumping on people? Where are the parents? That's all I'm saying. We gotta take some self-accountability in this. We have to. We blame everybody else except the stuff that we can actually honestly change. And that goes back to us start being a family unit, a family dynamic, and start doing those things. We're talking about solutions being a family, being a strong mother, a strong father, having a disciplined household, teaching your kids to be self-aware of these things, having a better, stronger community, taking the drugs, the guns, the BS out of our community where we can walk safe to the stores and the parks and not have to worry about being killed. That's where the actions come in. We have to change them ourselves. Not wait on no mayor, not wait on no cop. We live in those communities. So we pay bills there. So that's our community. Now, we don't have the power or the self-awareness to change our situation. Who else should care? That's all I'm saying. We should care enough to where we should want to change our situation.
All right, I get it. I'm done with this conversation.
All right, that's cool.
I'm done because it's like I said, I'm just on a different breed and I'm thinking in a different way. So that's just me. You know, I see a bunch of way too many irresponsible people in the Black community with guns, but yet it's so many Black people preaching pro guns, and it's just like weird. It's like y'all not even using it for what y'all need to be using it for. So it's just weird.
Why what should we use it for? Run on it. You keep talking about Black. You keep talking about
I said
Black.
what I said. Yeah, people ain't using it for the right things. They sitting ducks. That's what y'all said. Sitting ducks. That's what y'all doing. Great.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. It's a lot into it. That's darn. It's touchy. It's a lot to it because you got the Constitution, then you got other stuff that's out here where people are killing each other. It's
where Miss Jets, Chicago, Illinois has some of the strictest gun laws, right? Worse, stricter than California and New York. And look at what's going on there. Now, if y'all want to get technical, some years ago, if you do your research, there was a young gentleman exposing people dropping guns out on the street. He was dropping crates of guns on the streets. See, it's a bigger agenda to this, what I'm trying to say. It's a bigger agenda.
Well, again, I get it, but it's still, what are y'all doing about it? Don't just say I'm pro guns and you see the problem out here. Like
What do you
something
mean?
needs to be done about the mindset then. And that goes back to mental health. People need to take mental health seriously. Period.
So
Stop worrying about everything else. Mental health is the number one killer right now. Mental health, bad mental health. This whole YouTube is a mental hospital. That's what I swear.
Yeah. Ooh.
This whole YouTube is a straight mental facility. Even us
how
on
do you
this
think gun,
panel. Even
how
us
do
on
you
this
think
panel.
guns mental health? What do you mean?
What do I mean? Because
Yeah,
people come on here and they act a fool. Grown
I
people,
don't
you may not
mental
act a
health.
fool, but you came and surely took over my channel.
Well, I mean, I'm just like I say, I'm a problem solver and whatever. And I apologize for that. But see, I don't look to blame nobody I look for solutions. And like I said, the solution is first we as individuals have to take accountability for ourselves, and then where we live at. See, where I live at, I don't have all that. You want to know why? Because I'm a part of my HOA. I'm a part of different things in my community. In my community, you can walk the dogs and leave your doors open, and you don't have to worry about that. Why? Because the people over here actually care. That's the thing. So I do my part. My family are not out here shooting and shit. My little cousins work. They're not out here shooting and going to prison. So I can't speak for the other individuals. I know for my part, my family, we're not perfect, but I had a part of that discipline and taught me for one. So I can't speak for nobody else. That's all I'm saying.
All right, got it.
So I don't blame nobody.
All right, I got it. Well, anyway,
I don't mean to
fellas,
take over your channel.
I'm
I'm
about to
sorry
get
about that.
off. It's all right. You done it before. But thank y'all, fellas. Y'all are welcome
You
anytime.
gonna share some of those peanuts
No,
with us?
no, you don't
Thank
mean
you.
that. We welcome anytime. You don't mean that. Stop
I
that. You
do,
don't
but
mean
I
that.
have to start taking control of my channel because y'all come on here
No,
and
God,
it's
I
bad
look
enough
for
women don't
solutions.
have a voice in places and then
What do
y'all
you
come
mean women
on.
don't have a voice? Okay, we're
Women
not going
don't
to even
have
go
a
there.
voice.
Okay,
Goddess.
okay.
And so
Online, a lot of women don't really want to express themselves online. Like all the time on Zoe Williams' show, we always tell women to call in. They do not want to call in. Women just, I don't know
because
what it
I
is with
wouldn't want
women.
to call in on a man's panel either. It's ridiculous trying to talk
It's
to men.
for anybody. It's a no judgment zone.
No, I don't join panels of men. It's pointless. You're never gonna get a word in. You're just not. So that's what it is. But thank you. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to
Oh,
get off. All right, y'all. Have a good night.
You too, Goddess.
All right. So guys, that was a good conversation, but I'm tired. No, I work now. So I just said to myself, I have to start taking more control of my chat. I'm an empath. I let people go. But sometimes I gotta reel it in because this is my platform. Everybody has the right to their turn to speak, but everybody should be able to have a back and forth conversation where we all can speak. I feel the way I feel. Y'all could say, "Oh, you're wrong with it." When niggas start using those guns that they sit in ducks waiting for something, y'all could be running down on something. And if y'all not doing that, then I don't care about guns. And that's just my point of it. People could say whatever they want, but mental health is real. Just on this YouTube alone. Just on YouTube alone. And we grown people. It be a lot of grown people acting a fucking fool. So I can't even imagine. I hope they ain't got no fucking weapons the way they act on this motherfucking YouTube. No, you good, Sid. Y'all good. But I'll be back. Like I said, when I when I go live again, we just gotta all be mindful of each other. Okay? While people say they're this and that, let's be respectful to each other because men do not listen to women. It's very hard to talk to men for me. Soon as I start talking, they want to cut me off. And it's like, you about to judge what I'm saying, but you didn't even hear what I said. I'm still talking and you're talking over me. Mind you, I'll sit and I'll let people talk. I sit and I let people, so I let them get their whole shit off. Soon as I say, yabba dabba, they be like, do. And I'm like, damn, can I say the do? I'm like, God damn. I let a nigga get 1,570 words in. I get in 2. And I still can't get my 3rd word in. Like, damn. This is not just on the internet. This is in real life. I cannot have conversations with men. And that's just that on that. You talking about reparations? No, it's not that. I try to let people have their moment, but some people take their moment and railroad minds. Like, damn, I came to talk too. Look, that's why people was like, you didn't even say what you had to say. No, I didn't, but he's cool. He just is long-winded. You are long-winded, Reputex. Yes, you are. I gotta keep it real because I'm just a realist. So anyway, but I'll come back tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on how I feel. Word. They get their whole 16 bars. So I can't even get 2 bars in. I can get a little half a bar. And niggas be like, that's cool, but it's like, what? And this is all my life I had to fight. All my life I had to fight. I never said I would vote against guns. It's never that deep. I'm saying I don't particularly care for the culture of guns. Maybe I should say that, because I feel like when people have one, they feel emboldened, like they have to use it. Just because you have it, eventually you're going to want to use it, even if it's just a shoot in the air, even if it is to go to the range. Some people feel like they're on guard with the gun. They're paying too much attention to it. So eventually you're going to use it. That's my opinion. Or then you got the people that got their guns in the crib and their kids accidentally shoot it off or take it to school. But that's okay. Again, if niggas is not going to war for real, I don't care about y'all guns. And on that note, I'm out of here. Fly Girl manifesting. No, it's not a New York thing because it's guns in New York too. This is a personal thing with me seeing innocent bystanders getting killed. When I'm seeing innocent babies getting killed. When I'm seeing men turning on their wives. Turning on themselves. For what? Be creative. If it wasn't no fucking guns, what would you use? I would love to see that. I want to hear those stories. If you didn't have no fucking guns, what would you use? A shoestring? What he said, a vacuum cleaner? Be creative. Y'all niggas is weak. Anyway, on that note, have a good night. Start running down or put the guns down.